All right, so to start off, we're gonna say that obviously AVE doesn't seem to be the type to have a problem with anyone. He's not like a dick, you know what I mean? I could see where he's coming from as far as having 1.5 million people viewing a video, and if false information is given, then that could put a hurting on a company or make another company prosperous. It all depends, and that's why when you're a YouTuber, you have to give out accurate information. And now, if his accusations are right and he is being paid to give certain results to a video or to a tool, then that is wrong. Um, but on the flip coin, I really do like Real Tool Reviews videos, and I think they are informational. But if this accusation stands to be true, then Real Tool Reviews needs to do some serious damage control because his channel is going to go right down the drain. YouTube channel can go just as fast as it comes. So, um, got to be very, very careful with what you decide to do for YouTube. So, either way, I'm not taking sides on this, but I do think it's very interesting. And AVE is very thorough when he does something. I'm sure we can all agree he's very thorough and the man does know what he's talking about. And again, on the flip side of that, Real Tool Reviews has, again, his videos are very informational and people like them because sometimes he shows that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get the better quality or to get the same results. You can spend half of the money. So, of course, people are going to be drawn to that. Hence why Real Tool Reviews gets 1.5 million views to the few hundred K views AVE gets. AVE gets a lot of views, and he's very well known and he's very well liked in the YouTube community. So um, this is just different opinions and everyone else's thoughts in the chat. So we want to see what everyone thinks and what everyone else has to say. What do you think about it?
Um, I really think that if somebody gets paid by it to a company, they need a disclaimer in their shit. Whether they come on first off and say, "Hey, look, they're paying me to make this. This is a commercial, but it's my take on it," or something to the effect of letting people know that you're getting paid by somebody.
It's
I
not
mean,
even
that
a
makes a
take.
huge fucking deal.
It does. Believe it or not, it matters to people. Like when Eric the Car Guy sold out, as people said, and started doing commercials, his channel
Right.
lost a lot of subscribers because he started doing paid advertising. Why that matters to people, I don't know. Especially if you make a disclaimer. I could see if you lied about it and didn't say anything, but if you have a
Right.
disclaimer in the video, it shouldn't matter to anybody. People have to understand that a lot of people make their living from YouTube, okay? And it's not selling out. When you have to put food on your table, it's not selling out. And from my understanding, Eric the Car Guy does pay it forward or fix it forward, where he doesn't even charge people to fix their vehicles. He uses the YouTube revenue from the video that he created to handle all the costs, and he just charged for the parts. Now, if that is true, then kudos to him because that's awesome. But that's a different video. Um, my thing is now, if he is doing that and he is being paid, one, he should list it, but they would have to offer me, they couldn't offer me any amount of money to fluke the results. They could not offer me any amount of money. And if he does have a T valve in that line somewhere that someone's controlling, because his videos are well edited, so they're not chopped as he's doing the scenes,
Yeah.
as he's fast forwarding and stuff. As far as my eye can tell, I have a pretty good eye for it. His videos aren't being chopped. So, but that's not to say there's not a T valve in that line, and there's not someone over there, turning that valve a little to reduce the airflow once he puts the snap on the torque meter. You know what I mean? But
Right.
again, that's an accusation. It's a very strong accusation. Now, what AVE is doing is, and what he's saying is, how can something with a bigger housing, a bigger motor, bigger hammers, heavier hammers, everything bigger is going to put out the same or less torque than the competitor with smaller motors, smaller hammers, lighter hammers. You know what I mean? It just doesn't add up, and it doesn't make sense. It's like comparing a V8, a fucking V8 to a four-cylinder. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. You can hop up a four-cylinder to destroy a V8, but if you're taking a Geo Metro and a Corvette and you put them side by side, that there's no way the Metro is going to take that Corvette.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
If you have a Ferrari pulling it.
Yeah. But no, that there's so many things that he can do even without putting a T-valve in there. You know, all he has to do is block that exhaust on that snap-on, and he's not going to get the same numbers. Because that fucks with the airflow.
Yeah.
If he has just a slightly longer hose. I mean, AV showed him there that if you have just a slightly longer hose, even 2 or 3 feet, it makes a huge fucking difference.
He's using the same hose. He's disconnected.
From what we can tell.
Huh?
From what we can tell, yeah.
It showed. Well, I didn't see any editing done to where it's not showing him. You know what I mean? Like it's looking like.
Did it run? Did it show his compressor and the hose run all the way over to the gun, or was some of that off frame?
Well, no. If it was off frame, that means someone else was doing it. He physically wasn't doing it himself. You know what I'm saying? But if he did load the exhaust up with fucking cotton, anything more than it would normally have in it, that is showing its specs, that have proved its specs. If he puts anything more in that exhaust, then that'll alter the outcome.
Right.
So
and it'll alter it. It could alter it huge.
You know what I mean? It does seem a little fishy, but I'm waiting for ABE's video because his videos are thorough. It's in depth. Like the man just looks at a piece of metal and knows what it is, knows that if it's been milled or not. And then he's even got that magnifying scope. And I loved it. That was cool. He was like, oh, I'm not sure what kind of metal this is. He doesn't just go ahead and say what it is or how it's been done. He proves it. So he went and took that housing and put it under the magnifier so everyone could see. And then you could see where the lathe was making its rotations and cutting the metal. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can see where the metal was cut with a lathe. And that's what I like about it. He goes right up and shows you. There's no hidden nothing. Like, the man knows his shit. So if you're going to make accusations in the same category that a man like AVE is in, be prepared to be called out because that's what AVE specializes in. He's a machinist. You know what I mean? He's going to know these things.
Right, well, he's a troubleshooter is what he is. Why the fuck does this not work like it's supposed to work? That's what he does.
Now, Real Tool Reviews does exactly as he should as a YouTuber. He draws people in. He makes his videos intriguing, and he does a very, very good job at that. And that's why he's so successful, and that's why he's getting millions of views. No one else in this tool community is getting anything next to him. His videos are professional. His audio is professional. His methods are professional, as long as
his lighting's awesome.
Yeah, his lighting is perfect. You know what I mean? Like, he's got great videos. But if you're being manipulative, then that could easily throw all this hard work and time he's put into his YouTube channel can literally be gone overnight. And I have a feeling that if AVE comes in and debunks him, he's not gonna be done. He's not gonna be finished, but he's gonna take a hard hit on his subscriber count. I, for one, know I'm gonna unsubscribe because you can't do that, and I will no longer watch his videos.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. If his credibility is toast, I can't watch it. Not even for the entertainment value, because there's no entertainment value. You're going there to figure out if you want to buy a tool or not.
You already know it's gonna be a biased opinion.
Right.
Or a paid opinion.
Yeah, and paid's even worse than biased. You can go to a guy who fucking preaches Snap-on all day, and you know he's going to tell you Snap-on's better than everything. But everybody knows that's not the case. Come the fuck on. They can't be better at everything. They didn't pioneer everything.
They don't make half of the shit they put their name on.
Exactly.
So, you know
it's
what I
all
mean? Like,
rebranded.
I'm starting to learn very quickly because I am a name whore. You know what I mean? I'm starting to learn very
Oh yeah,
quickly, and I'm gonna start doing some videos on it. At
I've
the
seen
end
your
of the
Gucci bag.
day, the right tool for your toolbox is the one that works. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's a Snap-on, Husky, Mac, fucking Princess Diane, whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't matter as long as it works. See that video I did last night, right? This $3 screwdriver took that lab scope apart. All right, it did its job. It didn't strip. It's not ruined. It's in the same condition as before I started. It did its job. This is a good screwdriver. You know what I mean? I put
Yeah.
the fucking hurting on this thing, and I've since upgraded just because the trucks were there. It was a big kit, so I upgraded. I had no need to. No need to. I even hammer on the back of them with hammers, and it's still good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the right tool is the tool that does the job.
Is that a Husky?
This is a Husky.
It's magnetic tip too, isn't it?
No.
No.
No, I wouldn't use the magnetic tip on taking the Vantage apart.
All right, I kind of fucking figured you would, but I'm glad you didn't, because yeah, magnetic tips fucking hell on electronic shit. But I didn't know if you had one of those handy dandy demagnetized magnetizers either.
No, like I said, I didn't demagnetize or whatever that. I didn't shock myself before I went diving in there. It's just like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah,
But it worked out good.
which sucks because I really need one of them scopes. Even the old fucking red brick ones are the ones I was fucking trained on when I went to school.
That's what I'm using. That's what I use.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
like
talking about the old scanner, you know, that you had to put the fucking Nintendo cartridges in the top and shit.
This is the lab scope to that scanner. That's
Yeah.
the MT2500, and this is the MT2400. So
Brian, there was a Snap-on versus Harbor Freight Earthquake XT half-inch impact, and that's the whole topic for the day.
AVE is in a roundabout way claiming that Snap-on tool reviews, or not Snap-on tool reviews, I'm sorry. That's Real Tool Reviews is
Falsifying information
yes.
or misleading viewers, at the very least.
By impairing the tools that he's reviewing. As though he's being paid to make certain videos and make certain tools look better than others, which is not unheard of. Guys, don't put this like, oh, conspiracy theory, this, that. It's very true. If you have a big enough following, companies will contact you and be like, look, here's $5,000, here's the tool we want you to do the video on, make us look good. It happens every day, all right? You have to understand that now YouTube is more watched than cable television. Okay, so it's way cheaper for them to give someone $5,000 to do a video and get 1.5 million views than it is for them to run a 30-second commercial or 20-second commercial on television.
Right.
It's gonna cost them $100,000. You know what I mean?
And they have to put it in different markets because it's all fucking regional. So, I mean, you got to hit the Northeast, and you got to hit the fucking Southeast, and you got to hit the fucking Midwest, and that's $100,000 a pop for those commercials.
Snap-on already tried to sue Harbor Freight, and Snap-on lost with the whole jack thing. And to me, that jack was damn near identical. Like, how they lost that is beyond me. They must have had a shit show for a lawyer.
I read it, and basically what it come down to is the judge said Snap-on's whole basis for that was appearance, and he could pull out 100 different pictures off of fucking Google Images on a 3-ton automotive jack, and he couldn't tell the difference between what brand was what and who was fucking who.
He's a judge. He doesn't know what he's looking for. It's a fucking
Exactly.
He could pull out 4 different impact guns, and because they're all the same shape, have triggers and adjustment knobs, he's gonna be like, well, these all look the same. You know, all
That's
jacks
the
damn near
reason.
look the same.
That's the reason why Snap-on lost. If you go read that fucking deal, that's the reason. So that's the reason why Snap-on went ahead and put out the Snap-on Earthquake fucking XT that looks exactly like the Earthquake XT. Because Harbor Freight can't fucking sue them, and they're just kicking Harbor Freight in the fucking teeth with that whole deal. Because you can't go off of fucking looks.
And what was he saying? He said, now,
Brian,
huh?
ABE has a new video out within the last fucking, what was it, 2 days?
Yeah, now he's saying, like, again, the argument is the Snap-on has bigger everything. All right, all the internals are bigger. All right, even so, that means
The volume of
volume
air.
of air that can get in there is greater, thus making a stronger, faster tool. All right, again, it's like putting a Corvette next to a Geo Metro and saying the Metro's gonna win. The motor's bigger. There's more airspace. The vanes are bigger. So that allows more air to flow out, or to catch more air to spin the vanes. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the internals of an impact gun and how it works, but you have your motor, and then the vanes partially stick out, and when the air comes through, the vanes spread and turns the motor. The MG, he's right. That's what he's saying.
Getting one.
Even with that older gun, what he's saying, like he's comparing him with that. So he said he's getting the MG 725, and he's gonna do the exact same video. The exact same video as he did, and get the results with like everything. So he even showed, if you even watch, showed he showed which gun would win with the old Snap-on and then the new what was it? The new
Essentially
Earthquake.
15 years more technology.
And the Snap-on beat the Earthquake. The old Snap-on. Because he switched the lines. Showing that if there's any alterations in the lines, then it can cause problems and false readings.
But you know, at the same time, that was probably a made in America Snap-on impact wrench.
And if you
Where
notice,
all of it
all
was
the
made
internals
American.
of that old Snap-on gun were all stamped with the Snap-on logo. Even the
Yeah.
internals.
Yeah. ABE and Real Tool Reviews top. Oh, Top Wolf, you know who I am.
So this is just, it's just, I couldn't believe when I seen AVE call him out. He semi-called him out in a previous video, but this one,
Yeah.
like Real Tool Reviews knows who he's talking about.
Yeah. Exactly who you're talking about.
Yep. So all I'm saying is that if AVE gets this MG 725 and he does this comparison, and his comparison is totally different, Real Tool Reviews might be having to look for a job.
Other than YouTube.
Other than YouTube.
He's going to have, if he
Real
wants to
Tool
stay on
Reviews,
YouTube,
I
he's
assure
not
you-
going to be able to use his face.
I'd be very surprised if Real Tool Reviews has a job. He's getting you got to remember, every million view equates to $5,000 to $6,000 per million views. Okay? And there's been a couple videos where he's hit 1 million views in a day.
Really?
If I'm not
I didn't know he
mistaken.
was actually that popular.
It all depends on the title and what he's going after.
Right.
Not every video. Oh shit! Hold on, my pizza's.
Joel Lopez, who is ABE? I thought everybody knew who ABE was. The old Canucky Stan. It's got the word salad going on. No, he's not a freelance. Oh. maybe Real Tool, but yeah, if you don't know who AVE is, type that in your fucking YouTube search
And look
deal
for
up there and go
look
watch some fucking videos.
yeah, look for the logo that's on the thumbnail of this video. It looks like a drop of water in a programming board.
Oh, that's the Release the Shmoo one? I thought he still run off the old fucking Arduino chip.
Could
The
even
blue
be
one?
could be a Dorito for all I know.
Yeah. Oh, Harlan, yeah, the AVE video is still up. Yeah, Max, what the fuck is Bruce gonna do on a live stream? He's gotta get a fucking pizza going.
Yeah, it'll be done in 10 minutes.
You went and checked on it and still got 10 minutes left?
No, I was preheating the oven.
Oh. What happened to Spike?
He's on the couch watching TV.
Oh yeah. Teen Titans or something?
No, Debbie Does Dallas.
Classic.
If I remember, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna link AVE's video and Real Tool Reviews videos in the description here, so you guys will be able to check it out.
Are you gonna do it right now, or am I gonna have to
No,
remind
I'm
you?
doing it right now.
All right, good.
So what else do you think about this?
About the video, AVE's response.
Well, all of it.
Well, like I said, if you're gonna get paid by a company, you need to have a disclaimer. If you have a disclaimer,
All right.
people shouldn't be pissed enough to unsubscribe from you. I mean, that's kind of childish. I mean, you put a disclaimer in there. I do, however, think people can get paid by a company and offer a real fucking review of a tool. And it may be favorable. It may just be a good fucking tool. You know, it may be a piece of fucking shit. And if that's the case, you better cash that check before your video comes out, because you ain't gonna fucking get a check from them no more if you go on there and talk about how shitty their tool is. But I do believe there are good tools out there. I do believe that YouTube is a lot easier on fucking corporations' wallets to get a bunch of different views and a bunch of different opinions on the same fucking tool that the 30-second commercial is not going to hit. As far as the whole AV versus RTR thing, like the Skidmore-Wellheim thing, I don't know anything about it. I never worked manufacturing or production in a plant where you'd have to test that shit, but maybe it's legit. I don't know. There are just so many things that you can do to alter results, and if you don't have everything in the fucking frame of that picture, or different camera angles all at the same time going, you can do all kinds of shit behind the scenes. Yeah, RJ, it definitely increases the integrity of your channel if you let people know, hey, they either sent these tools to me free to keep and tell you what I think about them, or they're paying me for this fucking video right here.
Well, a good example is RJ sends me the Vampire tools. Anything I've ever needed, every single time, RJ, I need this tool, or I need this, or I accidentally lost this, sends me a new one. And in return, I promote it. Well, I'd promote it anyways, because there was a couple times where I did videos. He didn't even know I was doing videos, because I actually backed that tool. We've used those pliers 3 times in the past week. 3 times in the past week, they have legitimately saved mine and Bill's ass. To where we didn't have to drill. The one time we couldn't drill, to whereas if the Vampires didn't work and we had to wait till after work to find out, and Bill had to bring them home, if we really couldn't drill the area that he was doing because it was so small, and he was like, man, perfect test for the Vampires. If they work, this will be fucking amazing. Next morning he comes in, Bruce, they fucking worked. It was perfect. You know what I mean? Like, So like, I actually stand by that tool. Now, if something else comes by and it performs better, which I don't see how as far as that type of plier goes, then I'm gonna be like, RJ, it's kind of better, dude, and I have to show it. You know what I mean? Like I would let him know.
Yeah.
But again, he provides me with any tool I want, and I still give an unbiased opinion, not lie for it. No, they do not pay people for reviews. Now, what was it? I think it's they'll do like a percentage like Amazon affiliate does, to where if you sell so much, you get a percentage of the tools or whatever, which isn't the same as being paid for a review, but because you're just promoting someone buying it, you're not, you know what I mean? They're not saying here's $5,000, put a video up. You know what I'm saying? So they do
Right.
not in any ways pay us for a review. So don't get that shit twisted. I haven't received a dime from RJ for tool reviews. But obviously, if you're helping the company, um, then they want to do something for you in return. Vampires is a very good tool to be associated with when it comes to that, because if you do need something, they're like, hey, sure, here. And part of it's probably because then if you go ahead and use it or it gets you out of a bind, then you can go ahead and tell the story about it, which in turn promotes them even more. You know, with that's the good thing about Vampire Tools. You don't have to fabricate a story to make it look good. Anyone that touches those pliers or run into a situation where they need those pliers, they know it's a good plier and they know it does what it claims to do. So there's really no way to fake that with a pneumatic tool where you can block the exhaust, you can pinch the line, you can put a T-valve in the line, anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely covering up the exhaust is something that whenever you're staring at a guy's back and he's sitting there hitting this machine, he could very easily put a fucking finger over the damn exhaust and you wouldn't be able to see it.
Oh, on that
No.
MG725, you'd be able to tell if he was covering the exhaust. But yes, Joel, again, like AVE says even in his videos, it's overpriced, but by the time you go through 3 or 4 of those Harbor Freight guns, you're up to the cost of the Snap-on gun. Those guns, like AV said, have been proven to break at the handle because of the composite material they're made out of. All right, you have to remember, I've had my MG725 for a year and a half now, and I put 4 covers on it. Why? Because I drag that bitch around like a dog by the air hose. If I'm doing something that's on the ground, I don't go all the way over and pick it up. I go and
No, you ain't got time to
drag
bend
it
over.
across the floor.
Yeah, you ain't got time to bend over. That's a long fucking way.
Yeah, Jay Young. That's all it. That's all it's about. If you get a title and a thumbnail that people want to see, the only job you have is to keep them intrigued, and he does that. He could very easily start the video and at the beginning say, "Well, this is that result and this was that result," and get no views. But because he waits to the end to give you the specs and he shows you the whole process, that keeps people intrigued, because then they can go, see, I told you that $50 gun was better than that $800 gun. See? And because people want to be able to say that people that buy Snap-on are stupid. You see what I'm saying? So that's another reason why. Or if they bought the Harbor Freight gun, this gives them a sense of feeling that they got what they paid for, that they beat the system because they got a gun just as good as Snap-ons for $100. Yay, go me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
all these little things come into play, and it triggers the receptors in the human brain to be positive and happy thoughts, and that's what keeps people intrigued and watching. People don't realize that there's more goes into keeping an audience into YouTube than you can imagine. You have to certain colors, certain topics, the way things look, the way things are. If it's appealing and it gets those receptors going in the brain, all right, it that will capture you, and that's when once you nail all that down and figure out how without copying someone else, then you've nailed it. You've become a success overnight on YouTube.
Yeah, it's kind of like how casinos get people to fucking throw quarters in the same damn slot machine for 4 hours, and not making shit out of it.
Give you free liquor all night.
Well, yeah, liquor helps. God damn, it helps. It helps with a lot. Yeah, that's one of those things that everybody wants the best deal they can get for whatever money they have because they fucking worked for that money. So if you could hit the jackpot and spend $120 on a tool that outperforms a fucking $700 tool or $500 tool for that matter, everybody is going to go out and buy the fucking $120 tool. There's what, 2% of fucking Americans who are just going to buy Snap-on just because it says Snap-on. Maybe a little bit more in this fucking section of YouTube, but still, everybody wants the best deal. I bought a Snap-on kit for $35. I love that little kit. It's not any better than my fucking SK shit, but God, it's great for what it is, and especially for what I paid for it. Nobody wants to fucking overpay for fucking name brand shit when you can go next door and get name brand shit for half price. And that's the name of the game, man. You work your ass off for your money. You don't want to just fucking hand it over to somebody. Lonnie, yes. Lots of people are in that same boat. I'm in the same boat. I get deals on shit all the fucking time, but I'm not going to buy a fucking Chinese hammer for 50 cents when I can go down the street at a garage sale and buy an American one for $1. I mean, I'm going with the fucking American shit. American's always better. There is a company I just saw at Menards, and they were actually made in America. They're called Mastercraft. I looked at their shit. The fit and finish on it is just not appealing at all. It was the same price as the gear wrench shit, and I would have to say that the gear wrench shit is what I'd buy, because even though both of them were made in America, and both of them were lifetime warranty, and both of them were about the same price, the fucking gear wrench shit was just fit and finish 1,000 times better than the Mastercraft, which sucks. I'd much rather buy the Mastercraft. But I do not want to sit there and get fucking cut.
I'm not by any means saying that Snap-on is the only quality brand, because that's not by far.
No, fuck no. You know, and a lot of shit is specific to the person. You know, I do anything with an engine, except for diesel. I don't really work on diesel. But I do a lot more small engine shit than I do automotive anymore, except for my truck and the tractor I'm working on right now. But I do a lot more small engine shit. I don't need half-inch stuff for a fucking taking a spark plug out of a goddamn lawnmower. I don't need a half-inch fucking flex head ratchet from fucking Snap-on, which I have one, but I don't fucking need that shit. You know?
Right.
Master Force, that might be the name of that company.
And again, people buy Snap-on because Snap-on knows what they're doing. Not only is their product appealing, whether you want to believe it or not, again, in marketing, it's proven that if you use certain colors and certain designs, it stimulates the brain. So not only does Snap-on have that part down pat, but they have the design of their tools down pat. All right?
Yeah.
They're different. Well, they were different, and then everyone started copying them, which I think is safe to say.
Oh yeah, big time.
And that stimulates the brain as well, and that gets people to buy. Just the looks of their tools alone. You may not realize it, but trust me, subliminally, it's all true. And it's proven. Now, some people don't go by that, and some people aren't intrigued by that, and some people's brains don't work like that, and those are the ones who have a better chance of getting away with not purchasing it and thinking that they're the shit because they have it.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Because what brand tool you buy doesn't make you a good or a bad person. And I see so many comments, you're an idiot for buying Snap-on. It's my money. I'll do what I want. It's your money. You do what you want. You know what I mean? Why hate on somebody because of the brand of the tool they buy?
Right. Sexy looking tools. Yeah, that's why Bruce buys a lot of his tools, or used to. He used to just buy the sexiest tools.
Like I said,
Don't
my
you?
toolbox. My toolbox is a Husky. Everyone knows it's a Husky.
Yeah.
I just made it the biggest one there is right now by making it like a transformer, but everyone knows that. And I put Snap-on big as fucking balls on the top of my box for that purpose. You know what I mean? Like, just to be like, you don't need to spend that much money. But if you want to, and if that's something you want to do and buy a box that big and spend $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 on it, then that's up to you. That's your God-given right. Actually, take Jay Young, for example. $30,000 toolbox. Did he pay that? No. But still, even if he did pay the $30K, which might have been close after all the amount of money he spent in boxes and the swip swapping, but I know he saved a great deal, but still, that's his choice. That's the box he wanted, so he bought it. Okay? People can knock on him and hate him for buying that box, but it's not your box. Why are you going to waste your time being mad? And this is one of the things I had to stop and think about. You know, when I was getting mad with the whole junkie thing, because I have to practice what I preach. Junkie can do what he wants. It's his life. If he wants to sit there and bullshit or say whatever, or maybe he's telling the truth, whatever, that's his God-given right, all right? People will pick up on it. People might not pick on it. Maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in it anymore. But everything is everybody's God-given right. And that's what I've done a lot of thinking about lately. So, just do what you want and stop worrying about what anyone else is buying. If you see a video, oh, my Snap-on haul this week, and you don't want to watch someone buy Snap-on or show their Snap-on stuff off, don't watch the video. Okay? But we're getting a little off topic here with all that, so.
Or leave a dislike, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know? Or comment, whatever.
Oh, I gotta make another one. But yeah,
I knew you would.
Back to the situation at hand here.
Yeah, the situation at hand. Jay Young, if I had the money, I'd buy your box. That box is fucking awesome. I don't care what Bruce or anybody else says. You did a good job getting that box. The triple black, the fucking, 12 foot long or whatever the hell. Oh, it's so fucking awesome. What's going on, Frankie M? Yeah, and there is a huge fucking ton of jealousy, I guess, in the hater comments on shit like that, which, I guess I can fucking go ahead and say that, I think everybody hates at one time in their life. It's just what you do. It's hard. Telling the truth is like hating. You try not to do it, or you try to tell the truth all the fucking time, but there's times you fuck up. Hating, everybody does it every now and again, even though they try not to.
Jay Young,
Yeah.
I will agree. At the end of the day, is any box worth over $5,000? No, it's not. All right. And actually, that makes you a better person right there for saying that, seeing as how you own a $30,000 toolbox. Now, is it actually a $30,000 toolbox? No. No, if you break it down to what that toolbox costs, it's probably $1,000 in materials. Okay?
And maybe another $1,000 in labor.
But I wasn't even saying labor, but even still, okay, even with that, the most that box is worth is $2,000. All right? I'm sure you can agree with that. And I can agree with that. So for you to say that, even let everyone else know, like this man owns a $30,000 box and says himself that it's not worth over $5K. Okay? That right there means Snap-on did its fucking job. Snap-on got you, not you specifically, but you in general, got you to buy a box for $30,000, okay? Not 30,000, but whatever you paid for it, which is a gazillion times over the cost. All right, and their profit margin. But that means Snap-on did their job. Snap-on got you to do what they wanted you to do with their logos, their design, their color options. All right, that's proof right there. All right, now, so yes, and if you would have bought the two bottom boxes, all right, and bolted them together, and no one would have ever known the difference, you would have paid half the price. Well, you would have paid. Let's see, you can get them for $8,000 a bottom. You would have paid $16,000 for two brand new bottoms. That would have been the same. But you didn't. You went the route you went at the time you wanted to go that route. So it doesn't matter. You can't change the past. But the fact that he sits here and says that no box is worth over $5,000 and the man owns a $30,000 box, that's having common sense. The man knows.
Yeah.
So Snap-on didn't play him. Snap-on did get their way, but not by force. You know what I mean? It's just what he wanted. So Snap-on made him, in a sense, want their product. Okay, and that's their job. That's any company's job. I know it might sound like I contradicted myself there, but I promise, if you think about it for a second, it makes sense. But Snap-on did their job at the end of the day, and that's any company's goal, is to make a product good enough that they can sell it for whatever they want, and you'll buy it. All right, if you were a company, you would pray for results like that. You would want that, all right? Someone else is achieving it. You can't hate on them for that. If you don't like the price and you don't want it, don't buy it, all right? The reason why I still buy Snap-on tools and use tools is because I always run into great dealers. I never have a problem returning shit. I buy shit I get off of eBay. My dealer returns it. He takes it. No questions asked. I've sent a few things in. I've never had any questions asked as to where it came from, if I used Impact. They never sent me a letter back. I always got a new tool back. That's just my experience. But anyways, back to this whole situation, and I don't want this video to run too long.
It is your dealer that makes a difference in just about fucking everything.
Yes, it does. I saw some of that, and Jay Young have talked on the phone enough times to know that. Jay Young didn't get taken for on that box. Did he pay more than you should pay for a box? In my opinion, yes, but my opinion doesn't matter because that's his box. At the end of the day, for my box and what it's worth, even though I got my box for $500, as big as it is, I still paid a little too much, I think. So it's all about that. But back to the story at hand. I honestly can't wait to see the results from AV.
Yeah, G725.
And know exactly what's gonna happen here, because I do, honestly. I wanted to hate the guy at first, Real Tool Reviews, because he seems a little cocky, a little arrogant, but as I watch this video, you can't hate on a good content creator. His videos are good, they keep you intrigued, you watch till the end, alright? Or at least till the last few seconds. So, he does his job as a content creator. But, if he is wrong, I pray for his channel. I pray for his channel, because there's no reason why him and AVE, you know, like, even if he puts the two guns together again and that 725 just slams that fucking earthquake, that right there, because Snap-on Tool Review said, or the Real Tool Review, sorry, I keep saying that, said that it was only off by a little bit. It was no major differences. So if he does put those guns together, they should be back and forth, fighting each other, not one fucking, like the
spinning the fuck out of the other one.
Like the Impact screw gun he had, where it twisted the bit right up on the Makita. Fucking destroyed the Milwaukee. Twisted the bit right up when they went head to head.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And I still can't believe that, but there are people out there that love Makita. I'm more of a Milwaukee guy.
Probsty, he's gonna get shit on if he's wrong. You're out, no doubt about it, Probsty. He's gonna get shit on. His channel is gonna plummet.
Yeah, that's what I said. If this turns out to be a fuckery, to use one of AB's words, if this turns out to be pure fuckery on RTR's part, it's gonna suffer. He's got no credibility anymore, and that sucks because he was one of the first fucking tool review guys that I ever watched on YouTube.
Yeah. They are running the same PSI. Supposedly, they're running the same PSI. Now, you say AVE won't test it right. All right. Well, one proven way, you put the guns head to head. All right. This isn't torque, but if you're seeing who's stronger, and that gun spins the other gun right around, then you're you got a definite answer right there as to which one's stronger. But you want to know how much stronger they are to justify the price difference. Okay. So if he changes a couple little things on his hydraulic test method, that test method, it could be very well accurate. But you know, like, what's wrong with his airlines? I see he's got a couple airlines clamped and stuff, but that doesn't mean anything. No, he teed on that 3/8 hose for a reason. If you watch that, he teed on that 3/8 hose to prove a point.
Yeah.
That's why he teed on that, to show that if he does have a tee somewhere on that line, that he can open and close a valve, or more airflow, or he's got two sources of air coming into it. Because the difference was so dramatic between the internals of the two guns that if you had any common sense, not saying you don't, it's just like proven. Like, there's no way you can have that much airspace and so little in the other one, and then the little one be equal or the same as that of, you know, like, so
Yeah, he did say he's getting a Skillmore Wilhelm.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And that'll let you know right there, if he puts that to the test and something's different, then something fishy was going on behind the scenes.
Now, to me, I'm not putting it past anybody, but I do not believe AVE is a liar. Okay? Now, anyone on YouTube can make you think whatever they want you to think. All right? It's happened before. All right? I'm just saying, like, the whole Brady thing. I don't know. Again, not getting into drama. I don't know if he was true or not, but everything seemed like a scam with that whole thing. Okay? But as we all could see, anyone could be whoever they want to be on YouTube. All right, we've clearly watched people evolve on YouTube from their first videos to where they're at now. They're totally different people. All right, you can point out a couple of them from their very first video to how their attitude was to now. All right,
look at AVE's very first videos.
Mine has changed.
He's nothing like what he is today. Nothing. He was doing mining videos and shit like that. It was totally fucking different than what he is now. He's grown to become the guy that he is on YouTube. And it's awesome to watch somebody do that. Attaboy Fuzzy.
Now, Brian, what makes you think he doesn't know that? I mean, really, have you watched a bunch of his videos? Because the man's pretty savvy with a lot of things, and I'm not just ban writing, because I hope Real Tool Reviews isn't doing this. Got a good channel, as annoying as he is sometimes, as we all are sometimes. I'm more so than others, but he's got a good thing going for him. I don't want to see it get ruined.
Brian, yeah, the T does affect the airflow. That's what he was showing you. Was you can do something as little as put a T in the fucking hose, and if nobody knows about it, you just skewed the fucking results to the guy who's sending you the paycheck.
Brian,
that's the reason why he did that.
You're basing all your information, what seems to be like, don't quote me, off of his one video, off of the one video you watched. He put that T on there for a reason. That T was on there for a reason. And if you watch the video and watch the ending closely, you'll understand. He doesn't use an airline with a T on it. He put that there for the video.
Yeah.
To show you that with the T handle on the, Harbor Freight gun, the Harbor Freight gun was winning. Then when he snitched it over to the Snap-on gun, well, miraculously the Snap-on won. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is very savvy with everything. He's a machinist, and the man is smart. I like to call him like Bill. Bill is ridiculously smart. He learns faster than anyone I know. He can tell you mathematical answers in seconds, no matter what it is. Like it could be a multi-number equation, like crazy number, and
He's Rain Man, eh?
huh?
He's Rain Man, a regular Rain Man.
No, I'm pretty sure, Brian, the one he switched over with the T won. Because it didn't, without the T didn't win, and then he put the T on the snap-on the last time, and then the snap-on won.
Brian, it wasn't a comparison.
That's yeah.
It was
that wasn't.
It was not a comparison.
That wasn't meant to be an official comparison. He was just showing. He was showing the difference and how what Real Tool Review could possibly be doing behind the scenes. Again, he didn't make an exact accusation if you watch it. He's saying we'll put it to the test before we say anything. He actually said something like we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt or something along those lines. That wasn't a comparison video at all.
It was a look at this one little bitty variable, and this one little bitty variable throws everything off.
Yeah, watch, Brian, if you get a chance, this will definitely change your mind. Watch a bunch of his videos. The man isn't by any means a jerk. It sounds like the reason why he's only upset about this, I honestly, after watching his videos, the only reason he would ever make a video like this is because I think some people are getting scammed. And it's a very legitimate issue, right? You know what I'm saying? Again, he's got morals as a content creator as well. If people are getting scammed, he's the type that'll speak up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, you got it, Brian.
I'm not saying anything bad like you don't know what you're talking about. No. I'm just saying go watch a couple of his videos and understand who he is and the type of person he is. He's very savvy with a lot of them. Oh, okay, you've watched a bunch of them? All right.
Yeah.
He's a decent guy. He's not going to come out and just be an asshole for no reason. I don't think I've ever heard him say anything about another person until then. But he's right. When you get 1.5 million people watching you and you're giving out false information, then you're fucking over 1.5 million people. Or however many decide to go out and purchase that tool because.
And even if you sell 0.001% of those 1.5 million views, that's a shit ton of fucking money. You know, Harbor Freight, if they paid him, that covers that check tenfold. Yeah. And that's one thing, Top Wolf. I think lab equipment is bullshit. Lab equipment is nothing like real world use. We used to sit there in a manufacturing plant I used to work in, and they could skew that lab equipment to make anything come out and be in spec, if you get what I'm saying. You buy the lab equipment that you can adjust the fucking results on because you don't want to fucking put out something that is not what it says on the fucking can. So, yeah, that's just the way it is.
All right.
That's the way lab equipment works.
Guys, we're going to wrap this video up. You know, I want to keep these about an hour from now on. We're right at that mark. So, again, this video wasn't to take sides or point fingers at anyone. It's just an interesting thing to see AVE come at someone this way. Like, you really must have poked the bear. You know what I'm saying? I wish both of these channels the best of luck, as I'm sure Forge does. They're both, to me, great channels. They both provide great content. Whether you like to watch the person behind the camera or not, it's still interesting, still captivating, and, you know, they're very, very good channels. They both have their own personalities. Whether you like them or hate them, you still watch their videos and more than likely watch them to the end. So we do wish both of you channels the best of luck. But I tend to favor AVE a little more because he's just a likable content creator.
Yeah.
Now I think
one of the best in the business.
I think if Real Tool Reviews changed his attitude around, he would kill it. He would, if he found his little knack for YouTube with his personality wise, he would kill YouTube. He would kill the whole tool genre. AVE's a little different as far as tools go. You know, he likes to rip shit apart. It doesn't matter what it is. Shit, he did a vibrator, that massage thing. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
he's done fucking vacuum cleaners. I think he does everything. So, but anyway, guys, we hope you enjoyed this live stream. We will be coming on with another one tomorrow or Monday. So I'll talk to Forge about it, and leave comments after this video post. Leave comments on what you'd want to see in the live stream, so we can keep you guys entertained. As far as the live stream goes. So we're out of here. Knox, say what you got to say. If you got to say anything, make it quick. Let's go. I got to shit and eat.
I ain't got a damn thing to say except for my channel is Hard Knocks Forge, son of a bitch.
There you go.
Hard
Plug
Knocks
that
Forge.
shit.
God damn it.
Plug that shit. Go subscribe to his channel.
People
if
be
you
looking
haven't
for
already.
Hard Knocks and not fucking find me. All they find is a Jay-Z fucking song. It's Hard Knocks Forge, you son of a bitch. That's all I gotta say. Don't send me any panties, because Bruce won't wear anymore.